Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AAPW Saturday Night. All right, let's see. I got some music in the background. We get that music shut off, guys, please. All right, thank you very much. Guys, we got a big show planned for you tonight. I want to welcome everybody watching us on live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome to everybody watching at home. And, of course, all the fans here at AAPW here in Austin, Texas. Welcome to AAPW Saturday Night. Want to make some few announcements real quick before we get going. Don't forget our concession stand out there to help support AAPW, as well as our merchandise table. A lot of guys out there have gotten a lot of shirts to help them out for supplemental income. Help them out, and there's a lot of nice shirts out there. As well as we have signed a T-shirt with all the signatures of AAPW. It's a raffle. It's right there being hung up. You can see it right there. All the guys have signed it. So if you want to support AAPW, $1 a ticket. Go by and see the ticket booth, and they'll give you more information on the raffle coming up at the end of the night. All right? All right, right now, official AAPW on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Guys, we got a jam-packed show for you tonight, and I know people are still arriving as I'm speaking to you right now, but now that I got there's my camera right there. Thank you very much for the camera. Okay. Right now, I want to do a real quick announcement also. Want to thank one of our sponsors who's here tonight, Dr. Hagen Schroeder, who's right there. Let's wave at him. He is a big help of AAPW. He works with all the guys or all your chiropractic needs. Go by and see him because he's making a lot of our guys feel better, including myself. So don't waste time. Go see him to feel better because that's what you're going to end up happening. Is going to feel a lot better. All right, here we go. Right now, I want to get into a quick interview right now. You have been watching all the promos that we've been sending out because somebody has been riding my ass for a title match. And let me bring him out here because he wanted a contract. So let's bring him out here. Ladies and gentlemen, Ollie Summers. You know, you are very persistent. You're a pain in the ass. Just want to let you know. And so right here in my hand, I have that contract you requested for your title shots or shot whenever you decide to do it. So I don't know. I'm speechless because I have no idea what the hell you want from me.
You know, Pops, I think I made it very clear what I want. I just wanted what I deserved, a fair shot against someone that I pick whenever I want it. And you know, you seem annoyed that I'm so persistent, but that's what gets results. That's what he said. And it was really hard for me to handle it when you told me no so many times, but honestly, I'm just so happy that you finally saw the light.
I saw the light, really. All right, let's get this over with because you make me sick while you're up here because you're asking for a title match when somebody who's already had title matches and you've lost both times. So I hope this time around, I hope you fall on your ass like you had before.
Thank you so much for believing in me, Pops. I will not let you down.
Go ahead and sign it right there. So let me go ahead and read to the fans what the contract says, because obviously they want to know what it says. America's Academy of Pro Wrestling, AAPW, with authorization of the board of directors through myself, does grant Ollie Summers a night of his choosing to receive an opportunity for challenging any AAPW championship match at the time of his choosing. So you have to throw that in there, of course. This will be considered officially sanctioned by AAPW and myself, and the match will begin with verbal consent of both parties. Can you hold this, please?
Thank you, Pops. And I know you were trying to keep me away from here. That's why you didn't put me in a match tonight. And I appreciate that. Very clever. But I'm here. And now I have what I want. And I'm going to take my happy butt back to Waco. I'm going to wait for my time. Same to you, friend.
So there's your title. There's your contract. I got a copy of it on my desk. We've already signed this. Now it's official. You have your copy. I have my copy. I'm going to say this to you. Since you're going back to Waco tonight, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. See ya. We'll fix it later. All right. I'm glad that's over with. Right now, I want to bring out to you another tag team that we had a while back here. They're good friends. We're bringing them out here tonight. American Eagle and Michael Arrow. All right, gentlemen, I put this interview tonight because obviously either one of you have a match tonight, but you were tag team partners at one time.
That's true, Papa Dog. We were tag team partners once, and I'm more than happy to be tag team partners again. So, Pops, if you have a tag match for us, I'd be happy to take it. I'm good friends with Michael Arrow here, and I think we've got what it takes to win any match you got for us.
Michael Arrow, he says he speaks highly of you, of course. You know, you're good friends.
I think highly of my good friend here, and we've been a tag team before, and we always didn't make it on top, but you know what? I have his back, he has my back, we're the best of friends. You know what? We don't have a match here tonight. I was thinking about some friendly competition.
Oh, friendly competition. He's asking, are you asking for a match?
One-on-one, just friends.
Just friends, one-on-one.
One-on-one, Arrow? One-on-one, let's do it, Arrow. Okay, I'm in.
No, this is gonna build the bond that we have, so when we come back as tag team champs again, we'll be champs. We were never champs, but we will be champs next time.
But you know, the tag team division here at AAPW is heating up, so there's a lot of tag teams that want those tag team titles from Lucha League.
But we can show the fight that we have together to strike the fear in the hearts of all the other tag teams.
There you go.
Absolutely, Pops. We have what it takes to be the best tag team in this division, the best tag team in Texas, and tonight we're gonna prove we have what it takes for singles as well.
All right, there you go. American Eagle, Michael Arrow, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. All right. You know, last time we were here, we saw, I want to say a disgrace because somebody went and turned their back on Insane. So right now, I want to bring out to you the person who did that, Leroy Brown, with his new friends, Benjamin Greenback and Christopher Black. All right, here we go. I got to ask one thing, and that's over here. I'm looking at you right here. You had the interview. You did it. You posted it up to talk about why you did what you did. Well, you know what? Tell the fans again why you did what you did. These fans supported you. These fans were on your side, and you did what you did.
Well, for all I care, these fans can kiss my ass. Because wherever the gold is, that's where I want to go. And I don't care who I had to go through. I could have went through my own mama. I'm going to get that championship.
You know, another one that you put your slimy hands on to try to convert and change him over to your side because you want to win championships. You want to say you own everything around here like you always have. It doesn't matter what you do or whose life you affect. And look what you did to Leroy Brown.
I gave him an amazing opportunity, and I don't see any slime on these hands. Do you? Do you see slime? Because these are my...
No, I saw tar and feather on you a while back.
Oh, you're just going to bring that up forever, aren't you? See, these are Midas hands. Everything I touch turns to gold. These are two champions right here. How dare you call this man a disgrace for doing what's right for him? How...
All right, I don't know. Lucha Legion, ladies and gentlemen, they're out here. So they're not happy, obviously. Insane Ryo, you were not here. You saw what happened from this man right here and what he did.
This man, you were supposed to take AAPW to another level, and you turned your back on all of these people. Let's talk about two black men working for a white man. Master Greenback told you to do it right. Master Greenback, listen, where I come from, black people fight to get over the white man. Y'all line up with Black Lives Matter apparently, but guess what? Tonight, now that me and my brother are back together, we're gonna kick your ass all over this arena.
Insane, I know you were bothered for what they did. There was a triple team, double team. They just beat you down.
Listen up, Pops. This wasn't the first time that I've been tag teamed by 3 people. And guess what? I rose to the occasion after that. And tonight won't be an exception. So come on, Leroy. I'm ready.
Oh, I want it right now. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Let's do it right now.
Y'all want to see a match right now? Okay, give me a referee out here right now. Bring me a referee. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is one fall. 30-minute time limit. It is for the AAPW Tag Team Championship. Introducing first by manager Benjamin Greenback, Leroy Brown, and Christopher Black. Back excellence. And their opponents from San Antonio, Texas, El Rayo, and Austin's own luchador, Insane. They are the Lucha Legion. Take it away, guys.
Well, this is a bit of a hot start to Saturday Night AAPW, wouldn't you say?
Oh my goodness, Felix, one of the hottest starts we've had in quite some time. We've got an impromptu tag team championship match underway between Lucha Legion and the newly formed team of Benjamin Greenback, Leroy Brown, and Christopher Black, known as Back Excellence.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, if you watched us last week here at Saturday Night, it's the match off to a very hot start.
They've already broken down here. Oh my goodness, we have Leroy Brown starting for his team, along with El Rayo starting for his team. I can only imagine the type of chaos that's going on. God, chaos is going to ensue.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like we saw last week, Leroy Brown and Insane in a tag team match against Christopher Black and Benjamin Greenback. Leroy turning his back on Insane to join Benjamin Greenback sort of stable here as El Rayo already coming out of the gates hot on the top rope here. Oh, and a big double combo. senton atomico onto Leroy Brown as he arm drags Christopher Black outside the ring. Lucha Legion firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Well, that's what happens when you piss off the wrong tag team, especially on our last episode of AAPW when Leroy Brown turned on Insane after an impromptu tag match just to get their hands on Greenback and Christopher Black. Leroy Brown chose this path for himself. I hope he chose right because now he's taking the ire of Lucha Legion with that double drop kick into the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, when we saw Leroy Brown last week, he was in a bit of a state of disarray coming off consecutive.
And kick out at 2.
And we saw, you know, consecutive losses to Steve Areno for the AAPW Americas Championship. Eventually, he felt he reached the breaking point and ended up siding with Greenback, thinking Greenback was something that he had to offer. You see again, Lucha Legion keeping Leroy Brown onto their side of the ring.
Tag team tandem right now with Lucha Legion.
Yeah.
Going for that cover to retain. Quick kick out at 2, Felix. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Things are already breaking down. You already see Greenback on the side taunting Insane. Oh, and look at that. See, this is the type of tactics that Back Excellence always employ. And look, the simple distraction allowed Christopher Black to get in and save his partner, Leroy Brown.
Absolutely. I mean, as you can see, this tag match already kind of started breaking down. Referee JC Garcia attempting to regain control of this match.
But look at this. Leroy Brown and Christopher Black they have El Rayo in the suplex. Oh my goodness, double suplex. Going for the cover to become tag team champions. Kick out at 2. Christopher Black hammering away at El Rayo. Tag made. And honestly, Felix, I have been so disappointed over the past few weeks now with Leroy Brown and his decision to ally himself with Benjamin Greenback. You saw me multiple times. Oh, El Rayo going for that sunset flip. Hold on. Excellent coaching by Greenback. As Leroy Brown with the strength picks El Rayo back up. As I was saying, beautiful cutoff by Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
I was saying I've been really disappointed with Leroy's actions over the past few weeks, allying himself with the scum of AAPW Greenback. Like, what do you make of that decision, Felix? Like, what's going through the mindset of Leroy Brown right now?
I mean, if you ask me, Benjamin Greenback found Leroy Brown when he was
Cover.
at his
Kick out 2.
when he was at his lowest and most vulnerable. Like we said, he had lost consecutive matches to Steve Areno in really, you know, dramatic fashion. And, you know, Benjamin Greenback came in, I guess, whispered the right things, made the right offers, and convinced Leroy Brown that this was the path to take if he wanted gold back around his waist.
Well, remember, Leroy Brown can no longer challenge for the America's Championship so long as Steve Areno has it. Oh, one second, cover made. Kick out at 2. So long that Steve Areno holds the America's Championship around his waist, Leroy Brown can no longer challenge for it. So I guess this is consolation prize. He can go for the tag team champions.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Leroy Brown and Christopher Black are definitely a very dangerous pairing and a pairing definitely capable of taking the AAPW Tag Team Champions. But, I mean,
oh my!
As you can see there, as they both hammer away on El Rayo here with repeated lariats. Deep cover by Leroy Brown, but Rayo able to kick himself out.
You see Leroy frustrated with the count. Now thoroughly on Lucha Legion's side right now, trying to will them back into this match.
I mean, absolutely. Like I would consider Black and Brown a very deadly team when it comes to trying to capture this tag team championships.
Oh, Leroy Brown going for that cover after that beautiful leg drop. Kick out at 2. You are right. For a team that actually just formed not too long ago, they actually are working very well together, very fluid.
Absolutely. You know, I think they understand that the top of the mountain in AAPW when it comes to tag teams in the recent years has been Lucha Legion.
And a super kick by El Rayo.
I mean, and that just speaks to it. They're great awareness by El Rayo, created just that tiny bit of an opening and caught Leroy Brown right in the face with the super kick.
You see Greenback fanning the money in front of Leroy Brown, trying to wake him back up. He makes a tag to Christopher Black, and Insane tags himself in too. Looks like he's trying to go for a, oh, nice reverse atomic drop by Insane.
Got him up.
Oh, man. Thunderous neck breaker. Insane going for the cover to retain. Kick out at 2.
As you can see, referee Jason Garcia always having to keep his eyes on a swivel. You see Benjamin Greenback even then try to climb himself back up onto the ropes to...
Christopher Black now back in control. Oh! With a colossal headbutt. Black. Oh! It's just squishing the life out of Insane with that thunderous clothesline to the corner. Oh, and they're not done. Oh, my!
Yeah, he held on, tossed Insane right into the waiting legs of Leroy Brown, but still only a 2 count. Insane still in this matchup.
You can see Leroy getting very frustrated right now. Oh, and he's calling for it. He is looking to end this quickly and become the newly crowned tag team champion.
There, you see that double underhook, looking for it there.
Oh, but Insane's trying his best to fight out of it. And he does. Insane. Oh, my goodness. Both men sent to the ground with that double clothesline. Referee at a count of 5. Both men need to make a tag to their respective partners.
Yeah.
Leroy makes a tag. And now Rayo's back in.
Here we go. Head of steam from both men coming out.
Rayo with a vicious back elbow. Oh! Beautiful round kick by the masked luchador here.
El Rayo looking to bring the thunder here. Casadora.
Oh, man, with the knee strike for added effect. Way to keep the big man off his feet here with that super kick. Going for the cover to retain. And Leroy Brown saves his partner in the nick of time.
Absolutely. Good save there by Leroy Brown. El Rayo's, martial arts background paying dividends there with those, deadly strikes. Almost got the 3 count there on Rayo. Uh-oh.
Oh, but look at this. Oh, Insane saving his partner in the nick of time. Insane hammering away at Leroy Brown. Oh, what's this? Lucha Legion with their patented tag team offense. Oh! Splash into the corner. Oh.
Go. Double air. Could be thinking something big. And Insane's got himself posted on the other side of the ring.
That rolling Death Valley driver.
The rolling sense on here. Insane off the
rope.
Oh
my! This could be it.
Big splash here. Rayo, the legal man, ascending to the top rope.
Oh, but look at that. Oh, my. Benjamin Greenback doing what he does best.
Oh, and there we go. The bell has been rung.
Oh.
Well, I think this match is, oh!
Oh! Greenback. The slime ball of AAPW managed to squeal away with that one.
Yeah, I mean.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee JC Garcia has announced a disqualification. Winners of the match by DQ and still AAPW Tag Team Champions, Lucha Legion.
Well, Felix, I don't think this was the victory that Lucha Legion had in mind to retain the tag team gold, but I think they will take this as a victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Benjamin Greenback just decided to cut his losses here, felt that, some bad omens were on the horizon for his team, pulled out right off the top rope, gave him a right in front of the referee, and of course, the bell was rang, match was called from there.
And we have a feeling that this won't be the last time that Back Excellence has a bone to pick with Lucha Legion, but only time will tell.
Yeah, absolutely. As for tonight, still tag team champions are El Rayo and Insane Lucha Legion.
But coming up later on tonight, Felix, we have a monumental main event. We got a ladder match between Zach Taylor taking on Daniel Ryan for the AAPW Social Media Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, really one of the biggest matches we've had in the past few months. It'll be very interesting to see what these men will do when that social media title is hanging above the ring.
Well, we can't wait to see what kind of chaos ensues, but until then, we take you back to the center of the ring where our ring announcer prepares to announce the next match.
All right, how are we doing, everyone? All right, don't forget to buy some merch over here and support our wrestlers. All right, this next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Kyle, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds, Austin James.
So we've got a very interesting singles match coming up next week here. Austin James set to take on, looks like here we got Manny Domingo. Two men really kind of really trying to get that momentum going here at AAPW. You know, Manny Domingo here without his cohort, his partner in crime, Jose Valiente tonight. He's going at it alone, which is, but I think, you know, between these two men, we should see a very interesting contest as one of these guys tries to get some grounds going and get some momentum towards a possible title shot down the line.
And his opponent from East Austin, Texas, weighing in at 170 pounds, Manny Domingo.
You were saying just what I was about to. You were saying what I was thinking, Felix. When you go up against Manny, somebody that has had well over 20 years of experience in this business, it's kind of difficult when you're trying to make a mark here at AAPW, trying to get back on track after the sheer of losses that Austin James has succumbed over the past few weeks.
Well, absolutely. You know, he kind of got caught on the wrong end of the triple threat match that we saw between himself, Ollie Summers, and Lawrence Patello a couple weeks ago. But really, Manny Domingo is the measuring stick, I feel, in AAPW for a lot of the students and a lot of the up-and-comers that you see come through here, just because he's been around so long. He's seen just about everything, and you know, you always know Manny Domingo's going to bring it to you, whether you want it to or not. So it'll be interesting to see how Austin James handles the veteran, and in kind, you know, Manny Domingo gives up quite a bit of size to Austin James, so we'll see how he handles that sort of power dynamic as well going into this match.
That indeed, Felix. Also, a little fun fact for you. This is the first time that Austin James and Manny Domingo's paths have actually crossed in the AAPW. This is an AAPW first time. So can't wait to see what these two men bring to the table, or excuse me, the squared circle as this match.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is pretty interesting considering, you know, obviously Manny's been around quite a while. Austin James, I think, has been a professional wrestler for about 2 years or so now. So the fact that these two have been working in AAPW for so long and have yet to meet even in tag matches, you know, it'd be interesting to see what these two finally bring and what they've studied between each other as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the match has started. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight on Saturday, April 24th at the AAPW Arena. Also tuning in live at Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We are so grateful to have you here as part of the AAPW family. We have now Manny Domingo and Austin James set to square off in singles competition.
See both these men taking their time circling up around the ring here, kind of measuring each other up. Well, Austin James trying to get the crowd on his side in what seems to be a smearing campaign against Manny Domingo.
Trying to play those mind games whatsoever, but let's see if it actually has a toll on the 20-year veteran.
That's true, and Manny's definitely a guy I don't want to take off to, really.
You already see Austin James utilizing his strength advantage over Manny Domingo. Oh, Manny complaining to the referee, saying that Austin pulled his tights.
I mean, you know, it was, you know, we didn't have the best angle over here, but
Manny taking exception with one of the fans' comments here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lock up in the center of the ring here.
Oh, a hand full of hair is Manny Domingo.
Manny showing Austin that he is just as strong, if not maybe stronger, than Austin James here.
Well, you know, you got to take pride in something, and if Manny Domingo's strength in what he takes pride in, then by all means.
Oh. Manny with the first shot here, needed a gut.
Big shots there by Domingo. He's got James back up against the ropes. If you're around the sport of wrestling this long, you learn how to throw a pretty solid right hand.
Ooh.
And an even better chop.
My goodness.
It was smart of Austin James to wear his shirt out to this match to cover off Manny's heavy hands, but you know that can only block so much. Can that polycotton blend?
Indeed. Manny has the side headlock. Austin James fights out of it. Oh, Manny tried to go for a shoulder tackle, but met just a freight train.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm a fan of quick maths. When I heard the introductions before earlier, Austin James about a 90-pound advantage here over Manny Domingo.
Man, that shoulder tackle might have taken the wind out of Manny. You see him, he's kind of rethinking his strategy here, trying to find out what can he do to keep the big man down.
Trying to recompose himself as he argues with the fans on his way back into the ring.
Lock up again in the center of the ring. And now Austin has the side headlock applied. But Manny holding on to that hair here, has to be careful.
There we go. Switches up for a drop down this time.
Oh! Met with the same result. Try to outpower a strong boy like Austin James. You're only going to run right into a brick wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that was his shoulder tackle strong enough. That momentum took Manny straight off of his feet. And again, Domingo trying to recompose himself here.
And now Austin James trying to chase Manny Domingo, but a referee not allowing it. As that gives Manny enough time to get back into control here. Woo! Razor sharp knife edge chop right there across the chest of Austin James. Oh, and another one.
Again, Austin James trying to fight back here. European uppercut sends Manny down.
Irish whip. Oh, Manny tried to go for a cross body, but Austin James, look at this power.
Great control there, runs off there, off the ropes.
Running senton. Austin James is fired up, going for the cover, hooks the leg. Kick out at 2.
You see, that's a good cover too. Put all of his weight down on top of Domingo. He's barely able to get that shoulder up.
Oh, look at this, a double underhook suplex. That could do it, going for the cover. Kick out at 2.
I'd say we're off to a pretty hot start tonight so far. You know, we go later down the line. You talked about our main event ladder match, but also we've got another big title match later tonight as well. John Warsaw and Eli Schwartz in a no disqualifications match for the AAPW Championship as well.
Indeed, Felix. These two men have battled each other for the past few weeks. Warsaw technically has beaten Eli twice, albeit by scrutiny, you know, results here, but a win is a win is a win. However, Warsaw did not walk away with the championship, so he is set to capture gold tonight.
Absolutely, and as you can see, as we're back to the action, Manny Domingo giving Austin James a nice taste of what's underneath his wrestling boots.
Oh, and the running. What do you think?
I guess it was a running crossbody. He just threw himself on top of Austin James, but I mean, look, simple but effective.
When you're a veteran of 20 years, you can think of different creative moves.
Yeah, you got to think light on your feet, and you know.
And Manny ripping Austin James' shirt off, exposing that bare, hairy chest.
Oh, yep, here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
And there is no protection there now.
I think that chop broke the sound barrier.
Yeah, absolutely. There was, I think every single microphone in this building picked up that chop. See, he's pulled.
Snap there in the center of the ring. Oh, what's Manny got in story here? Measuring up the big man. Off the oh, running elbow strike. Going for the cover. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 2.
There we go. Big elbow drop, like we said, by Domingo. Domingo now really all the momentum on his side as he, again, just pulls Austin James back to the center of the ring.
Ooh. Stiff kick to the back of Austin James.
You say Manny Domingo. Look, he's.
Oh, running axe handle, going for that cover. Kick out at 2. You got to hand it to Austin James, that resiliency after taking such a punishment, such a beating from Manny Domingo, to still be able to kick out at 2.
Absolutely. I mean, Manny Domingo, one of the hardest hitting and most explosive members in the AAPW roster. You know, sometimes it is really just a battle of survival against someone like Manny.
Indeed. Austin James trying to fight back, show a little bit of sign of life. European uppercut. Oh, the strength of Austin James just tossing Manny Domingo into the corner, followed up with a vicious clothesline. This could be it. This could be what Austin James needs to get back into this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Darn near took Domingo's head off with that lariat, but again, Domingo smart, realized he was a little woozy and rolled himself out of the ring. Austin James unable to pull him back in for a pin.
Austin James trying to give Manny, oh, and look at that, Manny just raking the eyes at the ill-opportune time.
Yeah, absolutely. Creating some space was Domingo there.
Kick to the midsection by Manny Domingo. Still going to town on that back of Austin James. Oh, Manny. Ooh, shotgun drop kick.
Yeah, just ran down 2 feet to the chest, and Austin James again. Domingo just reveling in kind of the unruly mess he's made here.
Manny. Oh, Russian leg sweep by Manny Domingo.
He grabbed the hair to do it too. You know, most of the time it's a simple hook.
Cover made. Oh, kick out at 2.5. You see Manny already disagreeing with the results of that last pinfall attempt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Austin James has to figure out something to get back into the control of this match here. Up Manny, measuring up the big man. Oh my goodness! A beautiful power slam, hook of the leg. Kick out at 1.
I think Manny Domingo was just kind of taken aback. It was more kind of surprise and shock than anything on that.
Both superstars down, referee administering the count. Referee at a count of 5. Looks like Manny's the first one up. Austin James follows suit. Went for the corner splash of his, but Manny, very wise. Oh, Manny,
minutes have gone by. 10 minutes.
And dodging this. Here we go.
Oh, thunderous shot by Manny Domingo. Oh, but look at this. Austin James. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It's tossing Manny Domingo like a sack of potatoes.
Come up.
Beautiful big back body drop.
Yeah, absolutely. Great elevation on that too.
Kick out at 2.
Yeah, he sent Domingo really across the entirety of the ring there.
Uh-oh. Austin James tooting up the horn.
Yeah, calling for something here, looking for it again, but gets caught.
Manny. Oh my! Beautiful spine buster planting Manny for the win. Kick out at 2.5.
Wow, Domingo just able to get the shoulder up there. Big spine buster too. I mean,
Shades of Arn Anderson with that spine buster there, Felix.
I mean, there's really, you find few else to compare good spine busters to anyway, but I mean, Domingo's still barely able to get that shoulder up too. James put his entire 260-pound frame on top of Domingo and still just barely able to squeak that shoulder up. I mean, you got to be thinking, I think both men are thinking, you know, we're past the 10-minute mark in this match. What do we got to do to put this away?
Indeed. Austin James. Digging deep to try and put this one away. What's he got in store here? Oh, no.
They're taking a high risk.
High risk, high reward. Optimal award being high risk. With the Manny Domingo rolled out of the way.
Crashes and burns off the second rope. Senton, the veteran, might have just been playing possum. Oh, Domingo.
I think you might be right, Felix. You see Manny Domingo thinking froggy. 450. And Manny Domingo picks up the W.
Your winner of the match, Manny Domingo.
I mean, that was a strong back and forth contest. At both, you know, it seemed like both men were inches away, but you have to, I think, give props to Manny Domingo's veteran instincts there. You know, baited in the big move, capitalized off of it, and walked away the winner.
You are absolutely right. I have to give my utmost respect here to Austin James for digging deep, reaching out of his bag of tricks to try and put Manny Domingo away. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it, but man, oh man, what a showcase for the man from Austin James.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you have to, you know, to really go toe-to-toe and keep a guy like Manny Domingo really with his back to the ropes for most of the match. It's big props there, but, you know, big 450. Put an end to it, you know. So we'll see, you know, just back to the drawing board for Austin James from here.
Indeed, indeed. But while we get ready for our next match, we got so much more coming up your way. We've got our next match being Aaron Atlas taking on the mysterious voodoo powerhouse, Brother Zeke.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
all right, if you're ready for this next match, let me hear you. All right, for this next match, it is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 235 pounds, Aaron Atlas.
Mr. Strongman is in the building. Aaron Atlas is here to take on Brother Zeke in singles action.
Absolutely. The strongest and suavest man alive is here. You know, really he's had a great showing ever since he made his return a few weeks ago. He had a America's Heavyweight Championship match with Steve Marino that he came really within inches to capturing. He makes his way around here. The AAPW fans, of course, big fans of Big Aaron Atlas here. But like you alluded to earlier, he's got a very big challenge ahead of him. Does the powerhouse of San Antonio.
Indeed, he does. When going up against the powerhouse known as Brother Zeke, one can only imagine what type of chaos he sees tonight.
His opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 303 pounds, Brother Zeke.
Oh man, the beast from New Orleans has arrived. Brother Zeke making his way to the ring, and my God, what a debut this man has had the past few weeks. I mean, this man hasn't been pinned, he hasn't lost a single match. He has just been a force here at AAPW.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the, you know, definitely one of the more mysterious debuts we've had over the past few months. But, you know, I think in terms of strength, he's got really his first big test in Aaron Atlas.
Indeed. Let's see if these two, if at least Aaron Atlas can go toe-to-toe with the voodoo powerhouse. Oh, and look at this. Brother Zeke not giving Atlas any time to get ready for this match.
Yeah, absolutely. The big man wasting no time going after Aaron Atlas. I think Atlas was trying to put his chain down, but ran straight into the clubbing blows of Zeke as he's choking him up against the top turnbuckle.
Referee Chase Burdick shoving Brother Zeke away, trying to give Atlas a little bit of a chance here. With Zeke still on the attack. Oh, Atlas reverses for the hip toss.
Oh my goodness!
Big hip toss by Aaron Atlas. And scoop slam!
He held him up. He delayed a 300-pound man in the air for about 2 seconds before bringing him back down.
And Aaron Atlas is not playing around tonight. Atlas whips him into the corner. Oh my!
Oh, and just
back body drop from Aaron Atlas. Atlas is fired up here at AAPW.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tell you, that's the first time I think I've seen Brother Zeke leave his feet since he's come to AAPW. Aaron Atlas showing he came to play, and see Brother Zeke trying to compose himself on the outside. I don't even think Brother Zeke can believe what's going on. You see him mulling around the ring, a scowl on his face, wondering how the heck he ended up here.
Atlas trying to, oh! Brother Zeke, very wise, using the ropes to his advantage to create separation. And now the big man stalks his prey.
Yeah, just a boot to the side by Brother Zeke.
Oh my goodness. Look at the power of Brother Zeke. Oh, and a scoop slam of his own.
And I think this is a bit of one-upsmanship by the big man. He's like, oh, you held me up for 2, I'll hold you up for 5.
Brother Zeke now taking at his time, playing with Aaron Atlas as if he were a toy. Oh, going for that patented slam.
Yeah, dropped Atlas right on the small of his back.
Cover. Kick out at 2. Aaron Atlas trying his best now to create some separation. Trying to get away from the beast. Oh!
Oh, and he's just digging his claws into the shoulders of Aaron Atlas.
Just imagine how much pressure is going on the clavicle of Aaron Atlas. That's what, 303 pounds of just raw muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, normally that feels pretty nice. You know, you get a nice little massage on the nice little shoulder rub. But if it's a man as big as Brother Zeke putting his full strength into that, it's far from uncomfortable.
Atlas, couple of shots to the midsection here. Oh, ducks the line. Ducks another one. Oh, go for the sunset flip. Oh, he gets it. Go for the cover. Oh, and Brother Zeke uses his foot to break out. Oh, my. Just as I was speaking. Go for that cover. Kick out at 2.
Yeah, I mean, Atlas thought he had everything going his way with a big sunset flip, and then probably the biggest lariat I've seen in quite some time.
Brother Z. Oh!
Oh, and now.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my. He just tossed a very grown man across the ring.
10 feet across the ring with that throw.
Big right hand by Brother Zeke sends Atlas back into the corner. Oh, we're going back the other way.
Oh, my!
Atlas reeling, trying to find his way back to his feet. Zeke just hovering over him like a buzzard. Oh, Atlas fighting back, big forearm shot. It looks like all it did was just make the big man mad as they trade shots in the ring. He's asking for it. Oh, just a slap across the face. Brother Zeke not taking kindly to that. big shots. Oh, pushes through the paint. Alice has got him up, and oh, we're going for a ride here. A bit of an airplane spin. Still going. Both men down the ring, both men dizzy on their feet. Looks like Zeke's regained some
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
Big spin, rolls him up. 2, and he got him! And Atlas making his way out real quick.
Your winner of the match, Aaron Atlas!
Atlas making the upset victory on Brother Zeke.
I mean, that's just a classic bit of a, misdirection there. The disorientation from the airplane spin. I think neither men really knew where they were, but you see Zeke visibly frustrated, not the way he had expected things to go out there. Maybe Aaron Atlas, the man who may have matched him in both brains and brawn tonight, but I can't imagine Brother Zeke will be too happy about this moving forward.
Only time will tell, Felix, but we're going to get ready for our next match.
All right, this next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, one half of the Real Americans from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 210 pounds, American Eagle!
Now, I would say this is definitely one of the more unique matches we've got tonight. As we saw, if you tuned in earlier in the show, American Eagle and Michael Arrow, the Real Americans, found they were not in a tag team match tonight, so they felt, in order to both push themselves further and make themselves better wrestlers and athletes, they decided to have, I guess, a bit of an exhibition match, a one-on-one contest tonight. So, what do you think about going and facing a new tag team partner?
I mean, usually you want to find out all of your friends and your partner's strengths and weaknesses, to make yourselves a better team. So I kind of look at this as a team-building exercise for the Real Americans. I mean, it may seem kind of unorthodox. You have friendly competition with American Eagle taking on Michael Arrow, but I think this will make this team even better.
His opponent, the other half of the Real Americans from the Choctaw Nation, weighing in at 170 pounds, Michael Arrow!
Michael Arrow, one of AAPW's greatest, greatest fighters, greatest warriors. What do you even call him? Literally, he's just so decorated in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, he is one of the most recent batch of graduates that we've had from the AAPW Academy. A full-fledged, certified, bona fide professional wrestler now is Michael Arrow. You had a bit of that mentor relationship between Arrow and Eagle, and now the two of them looking to kind of put it to the test, see what each other knows, and hopefully they'll both become a better team and better wrestlers from this.
Everybody loves a little bit of friendly competition here, Felix, and I can't wait to see what these two men have to offer.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Great sign of sportsmanship to start things off.
Absolutely. Why not? So it is a bit interesting, fighting your tag team partner. Obviously, you discuss strategy, you discuss moves and things like that, as you can see right there.
Oh, see, they already know each other so well.
Absolutely. Arrow dodging the double leg takedown, the amateur experience from Eagle, and Eagle holds on to watch out for that big tomahawk chop that Michael Arrow is known for.
Body drag by Michael Arrow here.
Oh, and a little bit of one-upsmanship from American Eagle himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, I would say, you know, Eagle's probably got the ground game unlocked. He's got a bit of a strength advantage, and obviously all that amateur experience from what little we know about Eagle. But Arrow, I think, you know, he's got that old school kind of throwback style that, you know, you don't really see nowadays.
Oh,
but
Arrow went for the O'Connor roll, but kind of over-rotated here. American Eagle back on his feet. Oh, inside cradle by Michael Arrow. Oh, beautiful transition by American. Oh, my. Both of these men trying to get the pinfall. Oh. Multiple pinfall attempts.
Yeah, they were trading pinfall so back and forth. I don't know anybody. Even the ref had a hard time keeping up. Both men back to their feet here. You know, and I would say this is a very interesting pairing that we've seen between these two as well. You know, dubbing themselves the Real Americans, of course, Michael Arrow, a member of the Choctaw Nation who, you know, really the Native Americans, as you would say, and of course, American Eagle, we know. All we really know about the man beneath the Eagle mask is that he's a amateur wrestler of more than 10 years of experience, and he is either a current or former service member in the United States military. So, you know, you've really got both ends of American life here.
You see Michael Arrow knowing exactly when his opponent is going to read his movements, and he's kind of reading them already. Oh, my! Snap suplex by Michael Arrow. Going for the cover. Just a testament to how well these two know each other in the ring, in and out of the ring for that matter.
So you see a full Nelson lock applied by Michael Arrow, trying to keep Eagle grounded here as Eagle makes his way back to his feet.
Full Nelson applied by Michael Arrow, trying to slow American Eagle down. Oh, look at the power. American Eagle with the sidewalk slam. Going for the cover, hooks the leg. Kick out at 2 by Michael Arrow.
Yeah, Eagle definitely pound for pound one of the stronger men here on our roster. Oh, big chop to the chest.
A little bit of a chop fest between both men right now. Oh, man.
I mean, this is really, I can feel the testosterone from here as these two friends try to, you know, pull the best out from each other.
Reversal. Michael Arrow, oh, eats a back elbow. Eagle in the middle rope. Diving shoulder tackle. Going for the cover.
With a salute to boot.
Kick out at 2. Oh, leg check by Michael Arrow. Oh, and enziguri to take him off his feet. This could be it. Cover, hook the leg. Kick out at 2.
Yeah, quick thinking by Michael Arrow there as he capitalized off the blocked kicks with an enziguri. A little bit of frustration there too, setting in as he's unable to get the pin off of his friend here as Eagle beats him out of the corner. Arrow maintaining control. Drop kick in the corner. Oh, up and over here.
Michael Arrow caught him.
Trying to muscle himself over. And again, just rolling through the momentum there. Grazing blow there on the clothesline, drops Michael to his feet.
Kick out at 2.
2 count as they get out. Eagle trying to maintain control, putting Arrow back into his side headlock here.
Eagle now in full control of this match, slowing Michael Arrow down, and that's something you really got to do when you're going up against somebody as decorated as Michael Arrow, because once he speeds up and ducks that line, oh, I was going to say it's over for him, but he went for that crossbody, and it did not work out for him. American Eagle hooks the leg, kick out at 2.
Yeah, there we go. 2.5 there. As you see Eagle here trying to really egg Arrow on, trying to pull the best out of him, it looks like.
Oh, what's Arrow doing? Oh my goodness, using the rope.
Yeah, good use of the ropes as leverage here, but Eagle right back on top of with an arm drag.
Oh, Michael Arrow, full head of steam. Oh, both men thinking crossbody. Both men in the center of the ring.
Yeah, both men think, I mean, look, this speaks testaments, you know, they thought the same thing, and both men now down trying to get themselves back up. Arrow, I don't think has, oh, there we go, he finally starts stirring.
Referee at a count of 5. Both men still off their feet.
6 minutes have gone by, 6 minutes.
Eagles back up first. Oh, it delivers a thunderous clothesline and another one.
Big up.
Release German suplex by American Eagle.
How is it? Look, I mean, look, Eagle has shown his propensity in suplexes. Dropped Michael Arrow right on the back of his head.
Oh my! Innovative belly to belly or belly to back suplex. Going for that cover. Hooks the leg. Kick on it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big over the head. Yeah, overhead belly to belly. It was a good use there. You know, trapping the arms too to really kind of put Michael Arrow in really with no place to go.
Oh, American Eagle. Looks like he's going high risk, trying to put this match away.
Up to the top rope, trying to balance himself up.
Soaring like an eagle with the salute to boot.
Oh, Timber, big elbow drop.
And American Eagle does it.
Your winner of the match, American Eagle!
Congratulations, American Eagle.
Yeah, I mean, kind of victory between friends. You see Eagle going down to check up on his buddy, trying to bring him back up here. I mean, it was really that big German suplex that kind of sealed Arrow's fate. He fell right on the back of his head in the elbow drop, really rolled it out there.
Beautiful sign of respect by both competitors. Congratulations on a hard front. Oh, wait a minute! What the hell? Michael Arrow has snapped. Oh my goodness, a tomahawk chop.
Oh, and a second one to the back of the head.
What the actual hell, Michael Arrow?
I mean, look, I understand, you know, you get a bit heated in a sportsmanship. He's choking him with his belt.
Somebody stop this. This is the mugginess in the soul. Somebody get security in here. Somebody get Papa Don in there. Somebody need. Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
I mean, see, swinging even at the referee. Michael Arrow has come unhinged.
Somebody, we need somebody in here now. Stop this. Stop this.
I mean, I think there's more than just, it's more than just, you know, handling a bad loss. There was some venom. There was some heat behind that.
So much vitriol, so much anger, so much rage.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more than what we know at hand that was behind that vicious attack. I mean, maybe that loss was just the boiling point, the straw that broke the camel's back. But you see our referee staff finally attending to American Eagle here, walking out as the winner. But
at what cost?
I mean, yeah, look, Michael Arrow's always been really the kindest soul in the AAPW locker room, so to see him kind of snap like that is beyond me.
All right, if you haven't got your raffles already, they're only $1 for a chance to win that t-shirt of all the signed superstars. All right, this next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 195 pounds, Lawrence Botello.
Lawrence Botello, AAPW's lawman, set to take on Sideshow, and with Cash by their side in singles competition. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. Whenever I see Lawrence Botello make these entrance, you can feel the energy pick up here at the AAPW arena.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Leroy Brown is really a household name here, and you know, has quickly become one of the more really kind of up-and-coming superstars here. Hasn't really had much in the way of title opportunities, but he's proven himself week in and week out as one of the men to keep an eye on as we head into the summer.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Sideshow from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Cash Money!
Cash Money making his way to the ring, accompanied by his tag team partner, Sideshow.
It's very interesting to see Show Money in really a singles lineup here. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see kind of the dynamic they approach here. Obviously, Lawrence Patel is going to have to probably keep his eye out. I'm sure, you know, Sideshow is there is more than just a friendly pat on the back.
We've seen these two gentlemen for quite some time now. They are rough, they are tough, they are hard hitters. They know they are head splitters, honestly. And when these two are in the ring together, all types of chaos ensues. But this is their first singles competition in quite some time. Can't wait to see what Cash Money can do when he goes up against Lawrence Patello.
You see Cash Money already spitting some probably not so kind words to the lawman Lawrence Patello here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bell has rung. Let's see what these two gentlemen can bring to the AAPW arena.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, another first-time meeting between these two. I'm sure, you know, Lawrence Patello, of course, we know has a past career as a referee. So, you know, if there's any calls, any choices, any decisions that Lawrence Patello has made in his refereeing career that Cash Money may not have appreciated, now's the time to air his grievances.
Lawrence going for that show of respect. Very wise. And now on the attack. Ooh. Using his speed to his advantage.
Again, these big right hands. Reversal by Cash Money.
Lawrence ducks the line. Oh. Reverse atomic drop by Lawrence Patello. Oh. Lawrence ducking the line again, using his agility to his advantage. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah.
Lawrence. Hammerlock suplex.
Yeah, I guess you could call that a bit of a handcuff clutch suplex there. He kind of hoisted him up before he pulled him over.
Very true, very astute analysis there, Felix. Lawrence is looking to stay hot.
I mean, look, man. I mean, Lawrence Patello is all business. You know, you don't get the nickname The Law by being laissez-faire and you know, walking out with a happy smile on your face. You're here to put in work, and Cash Money caught a bit of that work right at the beginning.
Now you see Cash. Oh. Never mind. Lawrence Patello not giving Cash any time to reformulate a strategy here. Back on the attack.
Yeah, usually not the best way you want to come back into the ring.
Oh. Fans counting along. 10 shots into the corner, and that could be it for Cash Money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I think Lawrence is doing around the world with the turnbuckles here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Cash Money getting a very extensive open house tour of the AAPW ring.
Oh, my goodness. Cash Money is taking an absolute beating. Oh, but Sideshow trying to get the referee's attention here. Oh, and look at that.
Below the belt. Look, I hate to say that our predictions are correct, you know, 30% of the time, but You know, Sideshow paying dividends as he distracts the referee, and Cash Money, you know, hit him right where in the money maker, I guess.
Cash Money. Oh my goodness! I think a tooth fell out.
Yeah, that was. There's a bit of heat behind that. That toss into the turnbuckle by Cash Money.
Oh, and now Cash Money trapping Lawrence Botello underneath him, just hammering away at the former referee turned wrestler. Cash tossing Lawrence into the corner here with those knee strikes. Oh, what's he got in store here? Got him in a fireman's carry. Oh no, what has Cash got in store for Lawrence? Oh!
Big knees into the corner. Botello just collapsing at the bottom of the bottom of the turnbuckle.
I don't think Lawrence knows where he's at. He's just fighting out of instinct right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Botello trying to get his feet back under him, but it's met with a big right hand by Cash Money.
Oh my, look at the strength. Look at the strength of Cash Money. Oh my goodness, are we about to see a pile driver? Oh, my, what is that? The knees to the face, that could be it for Lawrence.
Oh, he pulled him up. That was an innovative move there. Had him in a tombstone position into, I guess, a face breaker.
Whatever it is,
yeah,
it
little
definitely
bit of,
hurt.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of plastic surgery that Lawrence Botello's nose there.
Now Cash Money dumping Lawrence Botello through the middle ropes. Taking some time to soak it all in, relish. Oh, and look at this Sideshow on the right side, going to town. Just assaulting Lawrence right now outside, and the referee's none the wiser.
Absolutely. I mean, Cash Money having a sort of a water cooler type conversation here with the referee as Sideshow.
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
As Sideshow just destroying Lawrence Botello on the outside.
Cash sliding Lawrence back into the center of the ring here. Going for, looks like a cover. Yep, hooks the leg. Kick out it too.
They're stretching Lawrence Botello out as Cash Money.
Arms aren't supposed to contort that way, Felix.
No, absolutely not. That's how you rip a shoulder out of its socket.
Crowd trying to will Lawrence Botello back into this fight right now. Lawrence back to one knee. Oh, a savant kick by Cash Money, and I think that rocked Lawrence Botello's jaw. Lawrence hasn't moved. Cover. Kick out at two.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was picture perfect of a savant kick as you can really see there.
Lawrence trying his best to create a little bit of separation here. Rapid punch into the gut. Lawrence back to a vertical base. Oh, but Cash. Oh! Holding on. Oh, with the knees in the gut. And what's this? A pump handle. Backbreaker. Oh, my goodness.
I got to tell you, I've really been impressed, when show money normally in a tag team, you don't really get to see either of them kind of highlighted for an entire match, but Cash Money's got kind of a pretty innovative moveset here, doesn't he?
Cover made, kick out at two. Yeah, I agree, Felix. I mean, you're right. We've only seen Cash Money in show for what, 3-4 months now, and every time that we've seen them, they've been in a tag team match. So this is something new for us, and actually, I am very impressed myself.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know they've
DDT by Lawrence Botello. This could be it.
Yeah, I guess they shouldn't be singing their praises too long. Big DDT there by Botello.
Both men down. And the kip up by Lawrence Botello. Oh, I think we know what's happening next.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He steadied himself there.
Oh, the patented 3 count. Going for that cover. Oh, kick out of two. And as you see Sideshow alerting the referee, trying to interject himself into this match. Oh, and look at this!
Oh, and there we go.
Referee Chase Burdick doing the right thing and ejecting Sideshow from this match.
Oh, you see Sideshow trying to apologize here.
Sideshow pleading for his life here to get back into it, but referee's decision is final. Oh, my goodness!
Big leg lariat.
Kick out at two, my goodness.
Patel.
I can't believe it, Felix. That was one heck of a leg lariat. I thought it was over after that.
Yeah, I think that was more really just kind of happenstance that Vitello's able to kick out. He hasn't really moved since that leg lariat.
Oh, but what's Cash got in store here? He's calling for it. Diving elbow drop, but Lawrence missed. Lawrence throws out of the way. This could be it.
Here we go. Watch out. Turning around. Oh. Oh, hooks him over. I think he's got looking for some sort of he's got an armbar in place here, trying to wrestle Cash Money maybe down.
Oh, but the speed and agility of Cash. Oh,
uh-oh, rolls through.
Law breaker, law breaker. It's over. Lawrence picks up the W.
Your winner of the match, Lawrence Botello.
What a victory here tonight for Lawrence Botello. Continues to streak, honestly, and still remains one of AAPW's brightest stars, brightest breakout stars of 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. Between I think this is win number 4 or 5 in a row here for Lawrence Botello. You know, don't be surprised if you come back here in a couple weeks and you find this man competing for one of our titles. Because let me tell you, there's few men hotter in AAPW right now than Lawrence Botello.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Congratulations, Mr. Botello. I can't wait to see what more you have in store for us here at the AAPW Arena. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting towards our next title match. We've got a no disqualification match between John Warsaw and Eli Schwartz.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these two men have been after each other's throats for the better part of 2 months now. Warsaw, through thick or thin, has somehow come out as the victor of 2 separate matches, but since they were by DQ, no title can change hands.
All right, y'all enjoying the show so far? Want to make a quick announcement. We have our AAPW shirt here hanging up. We are out raffling it off. Tickets are $1. Help support AAPW. Come by and see. Michaela, raise your hand. My daughter's over there. Come by and see her. Buy a ticket. Support AAPW. All the guys that are on the card tonight sign their name on the shirt. So help support us out, guys. These are future stars for Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW, NXT, Japan, Mexico. Get their signatures. It might be worth something one day. All right? Y'all ready for our next match? This match is one fall for a 30-minute time limit, and it is a no disqualification match. Introducing first, from Marble Falls, Texas, weighing 260 pounds, John Warsaw.
So yeah, like we were alluding to earlier, Eli, you know, we're at a bit of an impasse. We've had 2 AAPW championship matches. Both have ended by disqualification. John Warsaw was the victor of both and is absolutely floored that he does not have the AAPW championship, which of course leads us to this no DQ match for the title.
Let me stop you there, Felix. You heard this crowd erupt when John Warsaw made it out of the curtain. We've seen that these two have been jaw-jacking each other for the past few weeks now. You heard it as soon as he walked out of that curtain. This whole arena erupted.
And his opponent, he is the AAPW Heavyweight Champion. He's from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. 350 pounds, Eli Schwartz.
And why not match the energy as Big Amish is here at the AAPW Arena, set to defend his AAPW Heavyweight Championship against John Warsaw.
Absolutely, you know, I think the biggest challenge that Eli Schwartz has had in his championship bouts with John Warsaw is that John Warsaw is really the first man Schwartz has faced that can match him in power and intensity. And now, with the rule book out the window, with this match only able to be decided by pinfall or submission, I mean, these both men, these two absolute behemoths are unchained, can go off the walls to their limits, and I can tell you by the end of this match, it is not going to be pretty.
All I have to say before this match starts is I hope that they secured the ring, because these two men, this is the combined what? At least 750, 800 pounds in that ring right there.
Well, I mean, you're rounding up a bit. You know, I'm not trying to call John Warsaw a little well-rounded. He's a very, very strong, fit man, but you know, absolutely, like you said, two of our, really the biggest men on our roster. You know, even more mats, I think, than the Atlas Brother Zeke match we saw earlier in the night, if you can believe that. So here we go. No DQs, anything goes. One fall to a finish.
It looks like Warsaw is going into the back. I don't think he was prepared for this match. Or maybe he's going back for something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's no count out, so he can really kind of peruse for as long as he needs.
Oh, my!
You were right on the money.
Warsaw is here to take out the trash, and the trash being Eli Schwartz, at least in his mind.
There we go, Eli Schwartz arming himself.
Oh, and now Eli taking exception. I think he's got something in store for John Warsaw.
Look, I mean, they're very innovative men and women in the Intercourse, Pennsylvania Amish community. So I can only imagine what he's brought down from his hometown to bring here. Oh, well,
I think you found the answer to that, Felix.
You know, that looks to be, I think, part of a butter churn that has been repurposed as a beating Singapore cane. Like I said, very innovative, innovative technology do these Amish have. Well.
Warsaw taking exception to the Singapore cane, realizes that he's mismatched here.
I think he's calling it a raise. Now he's demanding that this be treated like the wrestling match that it is, but
I think that flew out of the window the moment that
yeah.
Warsaw now back on the attack here.
The infallible genius of John Warsaw strikes again.
Oh, vicious elbow by John Warsaw.
Like we said, there's not many men in AAPW that can take Eli Schwartz off of his seat, but let me tell you, John Warsaw is one of them.
Oh, both men. Just both men meeting each other in the center of the ring. Now, no one really going down. Oh,
big tree trunk kick to the chest, and again, Warsaw back on the attack.
He's like chasing after Warsaw right now, cutting off the ring, and he does. He finally gets his hands on Warsaw. Those clubbing blows across Warsaw's back. Went for another shoulder tackle. Both men met in the center of the ring here.
Warsaw demanding it to be wrestling a lockup.
Oh my! Look at the strength of Eli Schwartz! Big Amish came for a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, John Warsaw got exactly what he asked for. He wanted a wrestling match, and Eli gave him a big body slam there. Oh, well.
Eli Schwartz went to bring Warsaw back into the ring and got his bell rung with that trash can lid. Oh, and now Warsaw taking exception with that trash can lid.
Like we said, no disqualification to anything goes, so he can really beat Eli Schwartz with that trash can lid until the cows come home.
And now Warsaw taking out Eli's legs. Very wise move from big man to big man.
Yeah, absolutely. That leverage advantage can mean so much, especially when you're beating somebody to death with a trash can lid.
Warsaw still punishing Eli. Oh, and look at this, licking his hands. Sir, we're still in the major pandemic. Oh, thank goodness, Eli catches Warsaw with that choke. What's he got in store here? Choke slam by Eli Schwartz. This could be it. Cover. Kick out at 2.
Yeah, 2 count there by John Warsaw, able to get his shoulders up. A big choke slam by the big Amish. And be interesting to see now as looks like Eli back on the attack, grabbing Warsaw by the neck.
Oh, and it looks like, there we go. The big man has taken his cane. It looks like he's about to swing away. Well, I think you got your answer, big man.
Yeah, I mean, oh.
Warsaw tried to sneak away, but.
You know, I feel like if you ask the AAPW fans whether you should commit violent acts or not, I think they usually go with the former.
Eli. Oh, and look at that, just a low blow by Warsaw.
Yeah,
I understand it's a no disqualification. I know I had to cut you off there, Felix. We know that anything goes in a no DQ match, but still.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not against the rules, but it's certainly disrespectful.
Yes, indeed it is. Oh, and Warsaw going back to that trash can lid. Oh! Just hammering away at Big Amish here. You see all the dents that were put into that trash can lid.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, he's getting his money's worth out of them, that's for sure.
Oh, no. Well, we've heard this many times before.
Warsaw asking for something cool, hitting the ropes.
Oh, well. How did I know it was coming?
Well, you know, for a second there, I really had believed him. Thought we were going to go back to the old days when it was a snowy hill and all you had was a trash can lid, but.
A trash can lid in a bingo hall.
Yeah.
In a dream.
In a dream, yeah. Absolutely. But the patented running headlock by John Warsaw paying dividends.
Now thoroughly on Eli's side.
Schwartz trying to get back to his feet, and the second he does, he's met with another trash can lid.
Do you hear
7 minutes have gone by. 7 minutes.
I mean, it's dueling chants here. I didn't think John Warsaw had a fan club, but I've been convinced otherwise.
Warsaw taking his time and just expressing his pleasure with those trash can lids. Oh, my. Oh, and look at this. Just choking the life out of Big Amish with that cane.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's definitely one way to put a big man down is using that big Singapore cane as leverage.
Remember, this is a no disqualification match, ladies and gentlemen, so anything goes.
Yeah, referee J.C. Garcia can't really administer a count here. He can just watch and hope that he doesn't have to call an ambulance or a helicopter to bring Big Amish to the hospital.
I don't think the stretcher would be able to even
fit
somebody
like
that.
We might have to.
Maybe a sky crane, I don't know.
Something. Hopefully we'll figure it out.
More body shots by Warsaw. Just continuing the punishment with Eli's ribs. Oh, and a thunderous chop by Warsaw. Oh, well. The fake out again with the eye rake.
Well, I mean, there's not a man better than the bait and switch combo is John Warsaw.
Very true. Very, very true indeed. Couple of shoulder tackles into the corner there.
The big windup. Oh, well.
How many times are you going to fall for this?
Look, I'm trying to give the man the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, these shots, they seem to be weakening the big man, but Warsaw's still trying to find something to put him away.
Uh-oh, I think you're just pissing them off here, Warsaw. Big Amish is getting fired up. Oh! And Eli, that big right hand of his, sending Warsaw.
Oh, and now Eli's got a trash can lid of his own.
Dueling trash cans.
Oh, yep, both men have it.
Oh, my goodness! Both men thinking the same thing, and now both men down in the center of the ring.
See both sides of the ring trying to get their man back up to their feet.
Referee at a count of 6. Both men still down. Both men up. Warsaw, oh my goodness, eats a clothesline. And a second one for added measure. And Eli is looking at that trash can lid. What's he got in store? Oh my.
I think he's trying to prop the trash can lid up in between the turnbuckles, it looks like.
It looks like, oh, and he gets it. Oh,
if only for a moment.
Ooh. Eli using all 380 pounds of his strength to whip Warsaw into the corner. Oh, what's he got in store here?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. DDT off the trash can lid. This could be it.
Big
12 minutes have gone by. 12 minutes.
Eli Mason made the cover. And he does. Hooks the leg. And Eli Schwartz retains his championship.
Your winner of the match, Eli Schwartz.
What a title defense. Congratulations on another successful title defense from Big Amish Eli Schwartz.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, big shot there. Found the trash can. Big DDT, I think, knocked Warsaw straight silly. Now, you know, by some way or another, Eli Schwartz still able to. Oh, wait a minute!
What's this? What's going on?
Ollie Summers coming into the ring. Chariot hand.
No, not like this. Oh my goodness. No.
That contract didn't hit. I mean,
no.
We heard it. You heard it early in the night. Ollie Summers said he got what he needed. He was going back to Waco. He wasn't coming back. He's calling it in. There it is. It's official. The bell's been rung.
Not like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ollie Summers wants his title match.
Oh my goodness, another chair shot and a third. No, no.
Rolling the big man
not
over.
Like this. Not like this.
1, 2.
We have a new champion.
New champion. New AAPW heavyweight champion. Ollie Summers makes good on his word, and we have a new AAPW heavyweight champion.
Ollie Summers, the ultimate opportunist, cashed in his contract to become AAPW
champion, Ollie Summers.
Well, call it an effective game plan executed to perfection, but you know, that's just how the contract goes, I guess. Anytime, anywhere.
And Ollie has now coined the term, it's now Summers time.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a quick turnaround, I would say. An hour and a half in, and since that contract was signed, and Ollie Summers cashing in.
I cannot believe that happened. But I mean, you are right. The contract did say any championship, anytime, anywhere. I just thought he would, you know, think around and mull it over. He could have cashed it on the America's Championship. He could have cashed it on the social media champion. But
he could have cashed it in 2 weeks from now, a month from now. But look, it's obvious that Ollie Summers had this planned out from the beginning. I don't think even Eli Schwartz knows that he's lost the title.
Yeah, I don't think he knows. I cannot believe it. But until we need to find more answers, and we'll find more, I guess, as the weeks continue into our next episode of APW. But right now is our main event. You see everybody in the middle of that ring setting it up. We're getting ready for a monumental ladder match between Danny O'Ryan and Zach Taylor.
And absolutely, for those of you unaware as to, you know, really what's brought us to this big breaking point, Zach Taylor was the social media champion. Brought in Danny O'Ryan, who was at the time just really fresh off his heels and starting his training here at AAPW. Brought him in, mentored him, trained him, let him be his cameraman. Had some very, very questionable teaching methods, which then led to Danny O'Ryan finally breaking free, capturing the social media championship from Zach Taylor about a month and a half, 2 months ago. But ever since then, Zach Taylor's been a thorn in his side. His former disciple, his former pupil, his former really
You know, it's funny
student.
how the ones who've never stepped in the ring to do something are the ones that talk the most.
So, you know, and week after week we've seen after really either their matches, they've been attacking each other, calling each other out on social media, and really the student-mentor relationship that's
All righty, you ready for the main event this evening? This match is one fought is for the Social Media Television Championship, and it's a ladder match.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, this match is going to be one for the record books.
I see. We'll let Papa down the introduction, and then I'll
All right, the object of the match
fair enough.
is for the two competitors to come in here, climb the top, get the ladder, and get the championship. The one who grabs the championship will be the new AAPW Social Media Television Champion. Introducing first, from Kyle, Texas, weighing 165 pounds, Zach Taylor.
Oh, and look at this, Zach Taylor. He did say that he finally was going to use music. He said, and I quote, "This is my, I can't say the word expletive with Danny O'Ryan."
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit awkward to hear. It is a bit different to hear Zach Taylor come out to the accompaniment of music, but, you know, if this is his love letter, his sayonara, his
swan song,
yeah, to Danny O'Ryan, then by all means, I guess, you know. Again, you see Zach Taylor, he's always been all business here, but it'll be interesting. You know, I don't know exactly how many ladder matches Zach Taylor has been in, but this is Danny O'Ryan's first.
And his opponent from Amarillo, Texas, he is the AAPW Social Media Television Champion, Danny O'Ryan!
And I gotta tell you, you know, I think the old adage goes, matches like this, ladder matches in particular, can really, you know, they can really set a course for someone. They're very dangerous in a, you know, I'm going to try and put my personal feelings aside here. I'm sure you know Danny O'Ryan is somebody I know very well. You know, we co-host the Buckle Bomb together. We do everything together. So to have
look at this! Match hasn't even started to look! Already tempers are flared! Sorry to cut you off there, Felix, but Zach Taylor is wasting no time.
Don't take any apologies for it. These two men going straight after right out of the gate.
Oh, Zach Taylor using all of his strength for that one. What a hot start here by Zach Taylor. The snap suplex. Maybe that music actually cued a little bit of focus for Zach Taylor.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, absolutely. As you can see, he's already going straight for that ladder.
Now Zach Taylor getting back into the ring here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he can take this time. There's no pinfall, no submission, no countouts, no DQs. Only way we can get a winner is whoever grabs that social media championship first.
Now let's see here, Zach Taylor. Oh, tried to go for a, looks like a scoop slam on the ladder, but Danny O'Ryan reverses. Couple of shots of his own now.
got to tell you, I think, you know, for a long time, Daniel Ryan was scared, was frightened of Zach Taylor and kind of his methods, but over time we've seen him kind of get more and more defensive. He's fighting back, and ultimately you can see showing no fear to his former mentor.
Daniel Ryan, oh my goodness, with the clothesline into the corner. Danny going up again, speeding up. Oh, and a second one for added measure. Oh man, here we go again with the third. Oh, and it connects.
Dropping Zach Taylor down to the mat. Daniel Ryan, you know, I mean, he came here to play. You know, this man is.
Now you see Danny Ryan grabbing that ladder. What's he got in store here? He's not setting up in the center of the ring here. Oh, I think he's taking too much time, and that gave Zach Taylor the edge to get back in control.
Absolutely, you know, you.
Danny, come on. Come on, Danny.
And now you see Zach Taylor. Oh, boot to the head. Just inflicting all types of punishment towards Danny Ryan right now.
Uh-oh. And this may be the first time we might see the ladder used here. Irish whip.
Oh, Danny, very wise. Oh my goodness, DeAndre into the ladder.
Yeah, tossing Zach Taylor straight into the steel ladder.
Oh, looks like he's going for it again. Oh my goodness! All the strength that Danny Ryan mustered.
Yeah, absolutely. Sent him into the ladder so hard it crumpled down to the mat, but.
And now Danny Ryan has that ladder in hand. I wonder if he's going to set it up in the center of the ring. Is he going to try and reach for that belt? No, it looks like.
You know, this is something I kind of worried about. This, you know, if you ask me, in some aspects, this title might be a bit of a afterthought for these two men. I think these two really just want to rip each other apart.
I mean, yeah, I believe you, especially the 2 month and a half long feud between these two. You know, it's just a lot of tension, a lot of blood, a lot of rage here. Oh. Zach Taylor trying to go for that brain buster, but Danny Ryan fighting out of it. Oh, and a knee strike by Zach Taylor. What's Zach got in store here?
Yeah, I think Zach Taylor reaching under the ring, looking for something.
Oh, there come the chairs.
Well,
this is technically a no disqualification
it
match.
may be called a ladder match, but you are free to use anything else if you so choose to.
Ooh.
Toss the last one straight.
You see Zach Taylor smiling. He knew where he was aiming that last chair. Oh, very wise. Oh my goodness. Zach Taylor very wise and knew exactly what Danny was going to do here.
Oh, geez.
But now look at this.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God, the pile driver. On the ring apron. Oh, my goodness. Somebody needs to check on Danny.
That's the hardest part of the ring. You got 4 chairs. Use them. Take a seat.
Yeah, I mean, he's Danny Ryan down in front of us. You can see slumped up across that pile driver directly on the apron. I mean,
you see Zach Taylor now. He's getting that ladder.
Oh, here we go.
Zach trying to position it here. I know it's probably a bit hard. Our ring lights here are, you know, a little on the brighter side. So you see coming up here, Danny somehow still moving, crawling over back.
Oh, and he makes the save. Tries to break it up. Danny grabs a chair. Oh my goodness! To the injured back of Zach Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that Zach Taylor's lower back has been really at the mercy of these ladders and chairs his entire match.
Come on, Danny. Put it away, Danny. Come on.
Oh. Sends him off the. What's he got?
Oh my!
Kind of ripcorded him back into a back suplex.
Now Danny Ryan trying to make it to his feet. What's he going to do now? Is he going to go for the title, or is he going to go back to punishing Zach?
See Zach Taylor trying to kick the ladder out of the way.
Very wide.
6 minutes have gone by. 6 minutes.
Gotta do it.
Oh. Danny ignoring the position. But, oh, you see Zach holding on to Danny's boot. Trying to keep him in place, but Orion kicks it. Oh, he's fingertips away. He's trying to reach for it, inches away. Oh my goodness. Oh my, Zach just popping Danny Orion's back.
Yeah, and tipping the ladder over.
Wise decision for the former social media champion. Now Zach piling all 4 chairs into the center here. Oh no, oh no, what is he doing here?
Oh. Again, Danny Orion sensing danger, blocks him.
Oh my goodness, a suplex onto the chairs. The already injured back of Zach Taylor.
And for a brief moment, Danny Orion is on top. Both men trying to get back to their feet. And again, I mean, the amount of punishment a body can take is finite, but, you know, you still have to be in good enough physical condition to actually climb the ladder and win the title. You can't just, you know, put a kill move out, cover the pin, and think your day is done.
You see Danny Orion, he's snapped. He's already snapped. He is unhinged, putting the boots to Zach Taylor, his former mentors.
I mean, I gotta tell you, this is a Danny Orion I've never seen before.
Oh, you saw that he looked at the ladder and said, no, he's not ready to win this match yet. He wants to inflict even more punishment on Zach Taylor. And as you see here, oh my.
Precarious position for the ladder. See, I think he's got Zach Taylor by the dreadlocks, trying to pull him back up. Oh.
Oh, clubbing blows by Danny Orion. Oh, what's he got in store here? Oh no, oh no, we don't need this. Oh, oh! And Zach Taylor, very wise, shoving Danny Orion's back into the steel ladder. Danny trying to fight out of, trying to create a little bit of space here. Oh my goodness! What a super kick! Oh my God! Somebody needs to check on Danny Orion. He just went face first into that steel ladder.
God, there was no protection. No, that was full sprint into the.
Danny might have a broken nose. He might have more.
Yeah, I don't.
Reconstruction surgery.
You see that? Yeah, I see referee J.C. Garcia over in the corner checking on Danny Orion.
You see Zach Taylor. Looks like he's grabbing the ladder. It looks like he might try and reach for the social media championship.
Yeah, I mean, this is as big of an opening as any. Zach Taylor setting the ladder up. Danny Orion trying to pull himself back into the ring. I would not be surprised if he's concussed or out on his feet or
worse.
Or man. Worse. Yeah, that was a terrible shot.
Oh, is that blood?
Oh,
Danny
yes.
Orion's busted open. Danny Orion is busted open right now. Oh my goodness. And Zach relishing in this moment, just hammering away at Danny Orion right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I saw there's a cut right in the, really kind of right above his left eye.
Oh, chair shot to the gut by Zach Taylor, and look at him just putting all that pressure on Danny Orion's core.
Man, I gotta tell you, Eli, this is getting harder and harder to watch the longer this match goes on.
Oh, no. What's he doing? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my! Chair shot to the already injured back of Danny Orion. Oh, and what's this?
Yeah, Zach Taylor's got something in mind.
Ooh! Knife edge chop across the back. Oh, and look at this. Zach Taylor grabbing that chair. Oh, my God. Teeing away at Danny Orion. You can see Zach Taylor just having fun with this right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is really the harshest lesson that Zach Taylor wanted to teach Danny Orion is that you do not disobey the Savior's word, because the Savior's word is law.
We got a chance to speak earlier with Zach Taylor earlier during the week, and he said, and I quote, he wanted Danny Orion to look at his mom, hug her, and kiss her, wish her all the sweet nothings, because during the ladder match, Zach Taylor's not responsible for what he has in store for Danny Orion.
Absolutely, and you know, it's hard to see.
Oh my, okay. I thought for a minute that I thought we were going for a backdrop.
It's hard to see because of Danny's big mess of hair, but that cut is opened up even more.
Oh my! Zach Taylor. This is, oh God, oh God. Going for a German, but Danny's trying his best to hold on right now.
Yeah, holding on to the turnbuckle for literal dear life. Please, Zach Taylor, I implore you to think about what you're doing.
Oh, Danny Orion with a couple of elbow strikes. Zach Taylor almost went crashing into those chairs.
Yeah, he kind of twisted his body at the last moment to avoid crashing and falling.
Oh. Oh! You realize nobody has gone through the ladder in quite some time now.
Like I said, and this is what I was worried when I talked to Danny earlier about this.
Van Daminator! Van Daminator! Oh my goodness! He hit him with the Van Daminator!
Like I said, you know, something had seemed off about Danny all week, and I knew he was preparing himself to really go to these kind of lengths to get the title.
And now Danny Orion climbing that ladder, trying to get closer to the stars, trying to capture and retain his title. He's just fingertips away. Oh my goodness, and Zach Taylor throws the chair to break it up.
I mean, that was his absolute desperation, that steel chair crashing right into Danny Orion's hip.
Zach Taylor, what's he got in store? He's moving that ladder back out of the way.
Ugh.
Going to apply even more torture to Danny Orion. Zach whips Danny into the corner. Oh! Uh-oh. We know what's about to happen now with that. Oh, backbreaker. Into the patented Brainbuster. Oh. Danny hasn't moved in over 30 seconds.
15 minutes have gone by. 15 minutes.
Thankfully, we see him breathing, but oh my God, this is very uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, this is, you know, it's hard to stay professional during something like this. Watching really a good friend of mine get the life beat out of him by a man who he thought, you know, had his best interests at heart. Someone who took him under his wing from day one and said, you know, I see potential in you, kid. I'm going to take you places. I'm going to show you things. I'm going to teach you. And for him to just...
Zach just fingertips away from that belt. Oh, my God!
I mean, turnabout's fair play. That's for damn sure.
Danny Orion knew that it was make it or break it time and decided to throw that chair to break up Zach Taylor reaching for the social media title.
Got the chair set up, double underhook.
Uh-oh. Are we about to see a star dunk? Oh my! Stardog on the chair.
I think both men caught that steel chair too, but for Danny's sake, I think we can only hope Zach got the worst of it.
You see Danny Ryan still grabbing that chair, still going for it.
Like I said, I knew there was more than just a championship match at stake. These two men are legit out to hurt each other.
This is an all-out war, Felix. This isn't about title. Oh my goodness! You see Danny Ryan just firing on all cylinders, calling for the end here. Oh my! Oh, maybe thinking brainbuster, but Zach Taylor, very wise, counters.
Second time. Oh my God!
Digging deep and executing with a vicious low blow. Zach Taylor, very wise, back in control.
I mean, both men down. I don't know what else.
Zach Taylor trying to will back to life here. You see him smiling, cackling to himself. Just relishing the moment of how much pain he's been able to put on Danny O'Ryan since the start of this match. As he now inches his way ever so closely towards the social media championship. Zach Taylor, fingertips away.
Zach Taylor reveling in the moment.
Oh! Using the chairs.
Use the chair as leverage.
Oh, and a shotgun drop kick to knock Zach Taylor off the ladder. My goodness. My goodness.
Big jump here. Oh, no.
What's Danny O'Ryan got in his story here? Power of opposition. Oh, my God.
Through the chairs. Danny, I implore you, put a pin in it. Climb that ladder.
I think you're about to get your wish. Danny O'Ryan reaching closer to the stars.
Willing himself up. Zach Taylor reaching out, but I think it might just be in vain.
Shooting for the moon.
Taylor trying to pull himself up. The title's on
And
hold.
Danny O'Ryan does it.
Your winner of the match and still AAPW Social Media Television Champion, Danny O'Ryan.
What a hard-fought battle. What a ladder match. This was an all-out war, Felix. I cannot believe what we just witnessed here. Zach Taylor and Danny O'Ryan absolutely put on a clinic here.
I mean, I can finally exhale. Watching these two men tear each other apart has been absolutely horrendous. It's hard to see. Oh!
Oh, and the sign of respect by Zach Taylor.
Hey, before you guys leave, No, it's okay, I got it. So guys, shit, that hurt, dude. That really hurt. Isaiah, Danny, sorry, excuse me. Guys, I'm gonna speak to you guys real quick, like from the heart, all right? I've been with AAPW for like 9 years almost. This school trained me to become a professional wrestler. Pop, George Del Isla, and everybody who helped me, Cash in the back, Ryo, I helped him come up. And the point I make, guys, is that I really do love doing this. I really do love professional wrestling, and I love AAPW. Even though you guys, you mess with me a lot, y'all give me shit every time I come out. You know, and that's cool. And I'm glad that I was able to share these moments with you, but with all of that, all I'm trying to say is that I'm taking some time to step away from AAPW. And Danny, with that belt and this match and all the injuries that you've given me with it, I would just like to say that it's your turn to carry this company to the next level.
Sign of respect from the Savior.
Once again, guys, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you for all the experiences that you've let me have in this business, I really do appreciate it. I mean that.
Let's give it up for Zach Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it took a literal life-threatening match for it to happen, but I'll be damned. I think they finally.
Whoa, what's this? Whoa. Oh my God!
Wait a second.
Whoa, you've already. No. You've already got a title. You've already became AAPW champion. What?
Ring the bell.
No, Pops, no.
Oh, he's pointing out a loophole. The contract says any match at any night. This night's not over.
Oh my God, a spear!
Another second spear. Referee running into the ring, into the cover. 1, 2, 3.
We got a social media champion.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
Are you absolutely kidding me?
Ollie Summers, the mad genius himself.
I'm at a loss for words. 3 weeks ago, this man was called a nobody by the owner of this company.
And now he sits upon Daniel Ryan as not only your AAPW heavyweight champion, but your new social media champion. Oh my goodness.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen someone with the wherewithal, the meaning to do something like this, but I don't know. It looks like Papa Don's making his way to the ring, but
You are the biggest snake, backstabber, disgrace in this business for you to do what you did tonight.
Snake? Well, you know something, Pops. Snakes only attack when they're threatened. And you threaten me so much. You don't give me anything. I have to take it for myself. I'm tired of people like Danny O'Ryan. I'm tired of people like Eli Schwartz. My friends.
They were your friends. They trained with you. They worked hard with you. And you did tonight was stab them in the back. That's what you did. You stabbed them in the back.
And what about me? What about them never giving me the opportunity? Me and Danny, we debuted on the same day. And what did he get? He got a title shot. And I had to earn what I got. He failed upwards. He just lost until he won. And I proved what I could do. And now, I'm keeping these forever.
And you know what? That target on your back just got bigger because a whole bunch of guys out here that want both those belts, and I sure as hell they whip your ass.
I want to say a very special message for anyone who wants these. Come get a piece of the Peacemaker.
A bold claim has been laid out to everybody in that locker room. We now have a new social media and AAPW heavyweight champion, and that man is Ollie Summers.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I cannot think of a time in AAPW history where any man has held 2 single titles simultaneously. I'm sure we can go back. We can maybe find a tag champ and a social media champ, or a tag champ and a heavyweight champ.
Guys, real quick before we go, want to draw right here the numbers for the t-shirt that we had tonight. Want to let you know our next show is next Saturday, May the 1st. Be here for May the 1st, our next show, next Saturday. Here we go. The winner is $899,787. That's not me. $899,787.
Was it?
The winner is Doc Hagen.
Well. Look at the draw.
Well, I mean, congratulations to Doc Schroeder. I mean,
all righty, guys. I hope you had fun tonight. I hope you had a good time. We'll be back up here next Saturday night, right here at the AAPW Arena. From production, from all the guys here, from me here at AAPW, everybody here. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Saturday. Good night, everybody.
Well, I mean, I'm still trying to process the last 30 minutes of this night. It's been a very emotional 30 minutes for me. I don't know about you.
I am just as speechless as you are, Felix. I can't believe what we just witnessed. We have a brand new social media and AAPW heavyweight champion, and they're the same person.
Yeah, I mean, I call it, call it really a nefarious act, a plan. Ollie Summers came with gold in mind, a plan in action, and all that pestering paid off. And now, really, I think for the first time in AAPW history, we have a double singles champion.
All I can say is Ollie Summers said that soon or later it was going to be Summers time, and he made true on that promise tonight. So, without further ado, we will see you back at the AAPW Arena May 1st here at 8 o'clock on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. But until then, you guys have a very great night. I'm Eli Freeman, and this is my co-host, Felix Rogers, and we wish you all a happy and safe night.